Alright, so this is about the Westboro Baptist Church versus Anonymous. And the first things you got to know about Anonymous is they like to stay anonymous. That's why they're called anonymous. They don't want to show their face. They want to say something, but they don't want to tell you who they are. So they would never do what I'm doing and put your face up there because they're scared. They don't want you to know who it is that's saying it. It's kind of like, you know, when the teacher turns around and someone don't like the teacher, so they call her names. And then when the teacher turns around, they're like, I didn't say that. You know, that type of thing. Because they know that the authority has the power. So what they do to what Anonymous does to Westboro is they stay anonymous because they're afraid of the authority. And second off, I've had my run-ins with Anonymous back in 2009 when I was living in Hollywood. They called my phone. Whatever Anonymous says that other people do, that's what they do. Like, for instance, they had this thing in Times Square against the Westboro Baptist Church. And there was girls there. Well, it was supposed to be anonymous. These are people that are not really anonymous, but they are pro-anonymous. They are for anonymous. And so you got the anonymous supporters, which aren't really anonymous. But they were dressed like whores. Straight up whores. And they were calling Shirley Phelps a whore. They were like screaming it. It was getting pretty disgusting. They had Jesus on the cross, and the guy was playing Jesus, and they were saying some disgusting things, real disgusting things about Jesus Christ, the Savior, the King of Kings. And all I could think of was, I was looking at their faces, and I was thinking, like those images, kind of like those funny comedies where it's like, in the movie, the funny comedy, two guys are like passing by a bar or something. They're like, "Nah, we ain't going in there." And then all of a sudden, the whole TV flips like that, like, and the next thing you know, they're in there partying. It's kind of like that. It's like you look at their faces and they're like screaming and they're like, yeah, yeah, yeah. And in my mind, I'm looking at their face and I'm like flipping it to where it's like imagining them in hell, and instead of like screaming and yelling and having a good old time, they're being tormented in eternal fire. You can never get out. And the only person that can save them is the person that you talk crap about, Jesus Christ. You talk crap about him. You dressed up like him. You did perverted acts in simulation to Jesus Christ, the King of Kings. The King of Kings. And you did that to him. I dare you to go do that in front of your boss. You have more respect for the boss that you don't like, that makes you work shifts that you don't want to work. And I guarantee you wouldn't go up in front of him, your own boss, and do all that crap. I guarantee you wouldn't do that, because you'd be fired. But there's a verse in the Bible when it says something to this effect, that because God doesn't destroy you right away, that now it's set in the hearts of men to do evil, because you think there's no consequence. You think that you think that there's no consequence. And I got a verse, and I just thought about it right now, and it's in Jude. It's Jude 1 verse 7, I believe. If I got this, nope, it's not. I lied. Okay, let me find it. Oh, here it is. 14. Jude 1:14 to 15. And Enoch, also the seventh from Adam. He was the seventh generation after Adam. Adam was the first, second, third, fourth. Seventh was Enoch. Prophesied of these, saying, Behold, the Lord cometh with 10,000 of his saints, his elect, to execute judgment upon all. And then you read in Revelation, in the book of Revelation, you see Jesus Christ coming and his elect right behind him with horses. They were on white horses. And to convince all that are ungodly among them of all their ungodly deeds. Not convince, well, yeah, it is convince, but to convict, to slay, to destroy all that are ungodly among them of all their ungodly deeds which they have ungodly committed, and all their hard speeches. That's what I was thinking about when I saw that. The hard speeches, when I saw them, they had the guy dressed up as Jesus. Jesus don't look like that, first off. But they were saying some really disgusting stuff. I don't even want to say it because it's just too disgusting to say. And when you got me saying that, that's pretty hardcore. So I ain't gonna say that. But and all their hard speeches which ungodly sinners have spoken against him. So you didn't get away with anything. You gonna burn in hell for eternity, forever. So, and it's not gonna go good for you. You thought you got away with that. It's kind of like a murderer who killed someone, but there's forensic evidence. Like if you watch the movies like Dumbest Criminals, you got that thing, Dumbest Criminal. You see those dumb people. Well, you're more of an idiot than that. The guy comes in with a toy knife and trying to rob a store, and you're screaming at the screen, "You idiot! What a dumbass!" He tried to rob a store with a fake knife. What a dumbass! But guess what? Those people who are blaspheming against Jesus Christ, you're gonna be you're gonna be on the dumbest videos for eternity. Like that's gonna be the dumbest thing. People gonna remember that for the rest of your life. Damn! You know how hardcore that is? Makes you look like a jackass. So now Jesus is gonna kick your ass, and because you want to stand up to gay rights, you want to stand up against God, you want to talk crap about His name anonymously, you want to say that all that stuff against God, and you think you're gonna get away with it. You ain't getting away with nothing. And guess what? I can't wait. And even if God throws me in hell, I just can't wait for you to go to hell. I just love it. I know that, like I was saying this yesterday to my cousin, and I was like, you know what? Even if God sent me to hell, I'm going to be happy that God's will is done. That He saved somebody to go to heaven, because no one deserves hell. No one deserves heaven, but God saved somebody. And so even if I do go to hell, I'm going to know. I'm going to be so happy to know that Satan's in hell. I'm going to be happy. I'm going to pray. That's going to be my joy for eternity. Because Jesus Christ is the King of Kings, and He won. And He conquered death for His people. Okay? So, and guess what? Anonymous, if you claim that you're anonymous, guess what? You're going to hell. Straight up. No joke. What does the anonymous say? What does Jesus Christ say? Jesus Christ say, if you don't forgive others, you ain't going to be forgiven. And what does anonymous say? We don't forgive, we don't forget, expect us. That means you're going to send your vengeance upon. And God said, vengeance belongeth to me. And so you taking God's, you going to incur the wrath and the vengeance of God. Your vengeance is not righteous vengeance. It's out of your own lusts and out of your own evil, dark hearts. So that's what I got to say about that. You're doomed. You're through. You lost. You helped spread the message of Westboro Baptist Church. You lost. You're done. It's over. You lost for sure. Guaranteed. Yeah. And I love it.